A heavy silence descends upon the battlefield as the golden sun dims behind clouds. Arjuna sits in his chariot, paralyzed by the weight of his own desperate inner turmoil. He looks at the outcome of the war, fearing the loss of his own kin. Every heartbeat echoes the rhythm of his confusion, drowning out the voice of true reason. The charioteer observes the chaos with a calm gaze, grounded in the eternal cosmic law. He prepares to unravel the knots of anxiety binding his disciple to this mortal world. Krishna speaks, his voice resonant like thunder, echoing across the vast expanse of the field. He explains that action driven by the thirst for results is merely a mental cage. The warrior calculates his losses, measuring the price of victory against the cost of blood. Krishna calls this way of living Kripana, a state of profound and deep spiritual misery. To be a miser is to be tethered entirely to the fruits of one's labor. Work performed for a reward is forever inferior to work performed as a holy duty. The result is ephemeral, like a dewdrop sliding from the leaf at the dawn hour. The wisdom, however, remains eternal, rooted in the stillness of the deep, silent mountain lake. Arjuna listens, feeling the walls of his restricted perception slowly beginning to crack and break. Krishna declares, far lower than the yoga of wisdom is the path of mere action. This verse is a lighthouse guiding the weary soul through the stormy seas of desire. Kripana, the word for miser, describes a soul begging for fragments of the material world. It is the tragedy of humanity to trade infinite peace for temporary, crumbling, worldly gains. To be a miser is to live in the fear of missing the expected outcome. Krishna asks the warrior to drop his tally of wins and his count of losses. Wisdom is the refuge, the sanctuary where the soul finds its true, original, divine form. When you act without attachment to the result, your work becomes a sacred, holy offering. The action is performed, yet the heart remains untouched by the success or the failure. This is the secret of the masters who walk through fire without being burned once. Feel the weight of the word Kripana as it binds the spirit to the earth. It is a heavy anchor, dragging the ship of the soul into the dark abyss. Release the anchor and watch how the vessel rises toward the light of the sun. Krishna's command is simple yet profound, shifting the entire battlefield of the human mind now. Seek refuge in wisdom, for that is the only place where true freedom ever exists. Arjuna takes a deep breath, letting go of the arrows he once held so tightly. The calculation of ROI is replaced by the surrender of the ego to the divine. Work done with expectation is a shackle, while work done in wisdom is pure grace. Experience the freedom of being an instrument of the divine, rather than a mere consumer. Let the action flow through you like the wind moves through the tall green grass. You are not the doer, but the space where the divine action unfolds its beauty. Detach from the outcome, and you become the observer of the cosmic, eternal, divine play. This is the yoga of wisdom, the path that leads back to the very source. Stop calculating the harvest and start planting the seeds with absolute love and pure devotion. The universe rewards the seeker who asks for nothing, for they already possess the whole. Be not a miser of the soul, hoarding your energy for a fleeting, temporary reward. Be a giver, an actor, and a witness to the divine will in every breath. The battle is not outside, it is within the field of your own consciousness today. Walk this path with courage, knowing that wisdom is your eternal and true silent companion. Rise above the misery of calculation and step into the sunlight of the eternal truth.